Welcome to the podcast What's Next from and with Carmen Cornelia Haselwanter. As an expert of self-determination and mindset mentor, I am discussing issues such as happiness in life, success in career, fascinating world of passion, endless growth, and healthy body and mind. Thanks for listening to the podcast and hope you're going to take the one or other advice for a growth in your life. Enjoy listening to it. Within the life, there is the dual nature part of it, also called duality. Where there is a light, you also find the shadow. Within the birth of a child, there is also within the life, the death, within the package. And in order to understand these sort of facts, it is important on every single one of us in order to say and to accept and to see how we are working with this sort of duality. In order to make this fact more understanding for you, I would like to tell you about a little Indian story which explains it in a perfect way. And it's like that. An old Indian was sitting around the campfire with his grandson. After they had both been silent for a while, the old man said, "You know, many things will happen to you in your life, as many things have happened to me. Sometimes it feels as if there are two wolves fighting against each other in my heart. One wolf is the wolf of darkness, fears, mistrusts, and despair. He brings you bad dreams, much suffering and pain. The other wolf is the wolf of joy, hope, and love. He brings you good dreams, gives you courage and hope. He shows you the way and gives you wise advices. These two, they bare their teeth, circle each other, go for each other's throats, until one sinks powerless to the ground." Then the old man fell silent again. The boy asked impatiently, "Go on, grandfather, which wolf will win the battle for the heart?" The old man smiled and said, "The wolf that is fed the most. Therefore, live mindfully and get to know both wolves well. And then choose each day anew which wolf you want to feed." As you can see, in this clear and short story, it is explained very well what we all know. We have this sensation inside you that if we feel mistreated by somebody, that we have this anger, this disappointment, this discouraging within us, and we wonder and we ask, why are we doing that? What is against? We don't ask ourselves why this other person is actually doing that. We don't give him the trust of believing, of understanding. So in this situation, it is on us to decide, do we put a situation more into the light or more into the darkness, more into the shadow? It is on you on a daily case to decide which wolf to you actually feeds. There are good days and sometimes days which are not so encouraging. You get up in the morning and you realize, today I don't feel well. Now, already still lying in bed, it is on you what is going to be your next move. Within certain seconds you decide, will you feed the wolf of darkness, of fear, of mistrust, or do you decide to feed the other one, which is full of joy and hope? By deciding in only 2 or 3 seconds, while you're still lying in bed, you decide about your day. You decide with this decision, if it's maybe now joy or if it may be now mistrust, how you step out of bed, how you go in front of the mirror in your bathroom. Will you smile at yourself, or will you look with mistrust and disappointment into the mirror? And this is clearly your decision. And with this podcast, I would like to invite you very much to this clear decision that each day before you get up, each day when you step in front of the mirror, that you are going to decide for yourself in this very moment what you're going to do and what you want to decide for yourself. To have this power of deciding, to have the rights to say to yourself in this very moment, I am going to feed my focus onto the shiny side, makes everything much easier for you as well. You're going to change the outer. Your environment, your colleagues, your family, all of them are going to realize, they're going to see a difference because you're going to shine within, inside to outside. Your clear decision in order to go another way is supporting your approach, because without even have been seeing the outside world in that very moment, you have already decided that it's going to look good. And maybe if some other people are saying now this is pretty naive, because at the moment the life is not as beautiful. There is on every angle, you do see beauty around us. The question is, are you going to put the attention on that? A very good example are the plants which are conquering through asphalt stone. And it's unbelievable to watch how strong a little scene can be once it decided to go from the earth through the asphalt stone and road in order to be reached out to the sun. This is nature. There are certain rules which we believe cannot be destroyed, cannot be discussed, but in this case, as you can see, it's such a fragile plant as a green grass halm can actually really conquer that. And if you start to look out around your world, you are going to see many other examples such as this one, which are going to make the lead differently, which are going to make it work for you. If you're a person who needs to have like proof, look around. There are so many other stories, such as the Indian wise man telling to his grandson. And what we can learn out of history is exactly that we, on us, decides how we create our life. I have to admit that already in the age of 17, by the time when I left my hometown, in this beautiful village back in Tyrol, I knew and I decided that for me, my world is going to be full of joy. My wolf be feeded of joy, thankfulness, and liveness. So please feel invited as well to go that way. And each morning when you decide what wolf you are going to feed, feel at the same time invited by the time you go to bed that you take your little notebook and you write in what you have discovered today by feeding your wolf of thankfulness and joy, and write down all these great experience, joyful connections and feedbacks in order for you to see how great and how thankful and how rich you are by feeding the right wolf. You're worth it. Thank you for listening to the podcast What's Next from and with Carmen Cornelia Haselwanter. Wishing you a great week and all the best in the meantime. Bye bye.